Andy and Nagy grade. Okay, Andy and Nagy, what they was been able to display this past game looks like typical Andy to me and Nagy, if you will. Okay, we'll put Nagy in that as well because we don't quite know where obviously is contention who calls plays, but this was without a doubt. I want to say one of the better called games as far as scheme wise, how they wanted to attack a very well oiled machine as far as defense with Pittsburgh Steelers. They put guys in the right places. They started getting the ball to Xavier Worthy, which I think was an incredible thing to do. It's good to see what this young guy can do, especially before you get into the playoffs and get him absolutely ready. Okay. And this is something we had to worry about also too, Marcus, is understanding that he's going to have more games than he's played in college. So, you got to get him prepared. You got to get him right. You got to get him ready. But they were able to do that, giving some balls out in space. Same thing with Hollywood Brown. Travis Kelce getting the touchdown, all-time touchdown leader in Kansas City Chiefs history. Incredible. I give these guys, I actually give them guys a B+ for the play calling. I really do, because I think this was something we needed to see what the offense is going to look like. So B+ for Manny Nagy.
100%. Phenomenal. It was a nice fine tuning with the starting guys with Hollywood there, kind of second week back. Yeah, I thought the offense looked phenomenal. It's only going to get better with having Hollywood and Xavier Worthy back there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
We got our QB, JD.
QB grade, man. I said last week that Pat had played his best game ever. I had to say that this probably was his best game that I've seen him play all year. To be honest with you, he was getting the ball out of his hand quick and fast. Somehow Terry Bradshaw doesn't like it. He thinks the Chiefs will get beat by making it. Did you hear a statement Terry Bradshaw made?
No.
They get rid of the ball quickly. That's what he's saying. He's thinking, they're going to get. And I'm like, And I think what he's trying to say, context-wise, was because we didn't have anybody to protect Patrick Mahomes, we had to get rid of the ball early and quick. Okay, but I will contest Terry a little bit, give him a little bit of grace on this, Terry. Here's the thing about the Chiefs: we got guys that once we get the ball in their hands quickly, they can do a whole lot of things with it. Okay, and do it a lot better than a lot of guys in the league can do. We got the fastest guy in the league in Xavier Worthy. We got a very high caliber wide receiver in Hollywood Brown. We got one of the best tight ends ever played a game in Travis Kelce. Okay. We got D-Hop, who's got the best hands we've probably seen in the last 10 or 15 years. Okay. We got a good receiver in Juju doing that as well. Not to mention our two running backs that we have, and Pacheco and also Kareem Hunt. Okay. Patrick Mahomes played a masterful game. Getting the ball in his hand, he was absolutely incredible. I give Patrick Mahomes a B+. And give Pat a B+.
Yeah, Terry Bradshaw over the last few years, I think he said we're not going to repeat. I think last year after we won, after we beat the Eagles, I think he thought Andy was going to hang up the cleats and retire. And obviously, we know Andy's then since won against the 49ers, and now he's on his way to winning back the three-peat. So, yeah, I think Terry's assessments was kind of off a little bit.
Yeah. Check it. Todd Toe-Free, I'm right there with you. I'm going to give Pat an A.
There you go.
Yeah, man. Now he earned 29 to 38, 320 yards, 3 touchdowns. And rush for first down when we needed it. So I'm gonna give Pat an A. Pat had an A all year. I don't think he's had higher than maybe a B at all, has he? So,
I was gonna say that's probably your highest grade for him this year.
It is. So,
there you go.
So yeah, man, Todd Toe-Free, appreciate it. We're gonna give Pat an A, man, for that. Attaboy right there, Pat.
JD's handing out B+ and A's on this Christmas edition of this episode.
Right? I don't know. Pat earns it. Running back grade. Okay, so running backs did a great job. Pacheco got hurt. When we look at it, 9 attempts, 20 yards. Pacheco 6 for 18. P. Ryan 2 for 9. The running backs did okay. But look, it didn't really find the holes. I think Pacheco was kind of bouncing around, couldn't find the open lanes like he should. But we knew it's a tough front seven we run it against. Tough front seven. We understand that. Probably one of the best in the league. But you want to see more yards than what you've seen. But the yards that Kareem got were tough yards. They were hard yards he was getting. He was slaying some things out there, man. He was slaying some things out there. I'm going to get the running backs, man. They caught the ball at backfield really well. They were doing some chips on guys. Oh, my gosh. I'm talking about taking the chin straps off. That's exactly what I wanted to see. I don't know who it was. I had to go back to the game and look. It might have been P-Ryan or Pacheco. But they hit Suck in the chest one time, put him down on the ground. That Joe Tooney didn't even have to put his hands on it. It was that right there, that running back check. Yeah. Let him know that you know, go get you some ribs. I'm going to give those guys, man, actually, I'm going to give them a B. I'm going to give the running backs a B. Okay. Still some yards out there they probably should have got. I'll give them a B.
Yeah, it was Kareem Hunt for that one. Yeah, I remember that. He's had a few close calls here. He's getting nice rib checks on the edge rushers, and that was the first time I've seen him really clean somebody's clock.
You know what? It's almost like if you tell a guy that, running back that, and he loves to hit, he's all over it. He said, "Absolutely, coach." And he knows that's an open shot. It's a free shot on some ribs. My nephew, if he's still on here, if you're still on here, I know you would. Boy, I know my nephew would be licking his chops. I know he would. He played safety, man. He was a hard hitter, but playing running back, if he had to go and check somebody, I know he's taking their jaw off. I know it. So,
did you see the tackle Justin Simmons had on Stales last night right at the goal line? That was a full-on that tackle right in the ribs, man.
No, I didn't. I didn't see that one. I didn't.
Word.
Right.
Yeah, he knows. He loves the ribs. He'll eat ribs for breakfast.
Night Hunter, considering the problems at tackle, I would have estimated B+ for the running backs. Good job, Night Hunter. I just, I wanted to see more yards from him in the running game. But they did an awesome job on the pass protection. They really did. So, yeah, definitely give them that. So here we go. Yep.
All right. Now we're going to go to our wide receivers.
Wide receivers. Yes, sir. Wide receivers, man. Guys getting involved, man. Xavier Worthy played lights out. He had an incredible game. It was good to get him involved the way that we did, because I think this is exactly what we're going to look like, especially in the playoffs. And so you get him right, you get him ready. Best time to do it is right before then. But this is probably one of his best games. I seen over here where they had 8 catches, 79 yards. Here we go. Hollywood Brown, 4 for 46. D have only 2 for 7, but the wide receivers did a good job. Worthy did a good job with, running the football too. So all the guys look good. I do believe. Now, this is my thing. This game against Denver, okay, this is just my opinion, but I would want to give Hollywood maybe a first half. Okay, he hadn't been out there. Give him a little look. Give him a little bit. Okay, let him go. I know he can handle it. Tell him to take it easy. Make sure don't do anything stupid. Right? Take no crazy hits. But I think Hollywood needs to play. He's the only one that hadn't had that type of experience out there this year. But I think he does get out there and get a little bit. Okay. Juju as well and everybody else. I think Worthy may take a little bit off, maybe give him a half. D-Hop, I don't really want to see D-Hop too much. Okay. Let him rest. All right. Get that knee together, what he needs to do. But shoot. Yeah, 2 series. I like that, Sasha. 2 series is good. But yeah, I think that. But the wide receivers, I think for me, man, I give them a B. I give him a B. Did a good job. Okay.
Juju's blocking his butt off on the outsides.
He was.
Well, looking at snap count, because I remember after the post game, you wondered what the snap count was. So Worthy, 53 snaps, so 85% of the snaps. Watson, 21 snaps, 34% of the snaps. Juju, 31 snaps, 50% of the snaps. D-Hop, 29 snaps, 47%. Hollywood Brown, 25 snaps, 40%. And Nico, 1 snap, 2% of snaps. That was the split.
Well, we're going to let Nico play a whole lot this game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jay. Now we got to go to the tight ends, our favorite room, where our guy Travis Kelce was celebrating in the locker room.
Yes, sir. Look how happy that Joker looks right there, man. Congratulations, man, for Travis Kelce getting the Chiefs' all-time touchdown record, being the leader, surpassing none other than Tony Gonzalez, one of my homeboys, my partner, my boy, guy I played with for 8 years, my brother. And I've seen him do a lot of damage out there, man. But Travis, he's worked hard to put the effort in, man, to deserve this. And so I love what he said about Tony. He was just talking about like how he just felt about Kansas City and everything about it, the record in itself. But he understood, just giving Tony his flowers, the adulation and the respect. It was good. But Travis, man, this is your day, man. Congratulations, brother. You deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. Other than that, man, Trav did a great job. Not only did catching the football, but also blocking. He did a good job blocking. Him and Noah both. So for those guys, I'm going to say for Travis, I'm getting the record in itself. The blocking, they did a superb job. I'm going to give those guys an A. Tight ends get an A from me, baby. That's an A for me. Just for the record. It would have been a B plus, Witchy. It would have been a B plus. But for that, for Travis, I got to give him his props. Give him an A for that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's no coincidence. Quarterbacks get an A in this episode, and so does the tight ends. So Pat, a lot of people have been questioning if Pat and Kelce's chemistry was kind of off. Well, I don't know about that. I think it's back.
Yeah. Travis' best blocking game? I wouldn't say best blocking game. It's probably up there. He did a good job. Early in the year when he getting a whole lot of footballs, he was blocking his tail off, Teron. He was blocking his tail off early in the year. And I think a lot of that frustration came when he wasn't getting the ball. He was laying some jokers out. He was being a little nasty. And I loved it. Loved every bit of it. So, yes, he has. Hollywood's been the linchpin in this offense. Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
Yep. All right, now we get to O-line, Jay, our last position group of the offense.
O-line. So, O-line did a great job giving Patrick time to throw the football, keeping the guys off of him against a very, very vaunted defense. Defensive ends, linebackers, defensive tackles, man, it was some monsters. We understand that. Joe Tooney did an MVP, no question about it, man. The way Joe's been able to go out there and do the work he's doing at a high level, and the way he's doing it, man. I mean, that's stellar. That's stellar. If you have a lineman, show him some film of Joe Tooney. That's what you want him to do. You say, "This is who I want you to be like." Watch how this guy works. Not just guard, but also a tackle. And he's not going to do everything right, but he does enough to get the job done. Okay, and he's very effective while doing it. That's a tough SOB right there, man. Joe Tooney did a great job. Everybody else up front, man, they did a pretty decent job. I wanted to see a little bit better blocking up front. I think Trey's game was somewhat okay. Should be a little bit better. Jawan Taylor did a good job against TJ Watt. And so I had to commend him for that. So creating those guys, man, I think they did a great job up front, man. I'm going to give the O-line, I'm going to give them a B.
I will say, you kind of with your Trey Smith thing, I'm not saying it's a disappointing season for him, but I will say I expect a little bit more from him since it is a contract year for him. And obviously, contract year players usually play their ass off anyways, but especially on contract years. I was expecting a little bit more from him overall this year. Not saying he had a bad year by any means, but I think I just expect a little bit more from Trey Smith this season.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. This is my opinion. That some of the things that I've seen him over the years do, um, I would expect him to get better at. And so, and then look, Trey is a dog, absolute dog. And I love Trey Smith. Let me just start there with that. Okay, I really do. I love his game. Uh, but some of the things that I don't like is sometimes he get pushed back, bull rushed. I think he should jump guys a little bit faster and quicker than what he does. Um, some of the twists and things, which is it's hurtful for any O line. But sometimes we're not on the same level as we should. Um, so some of those things that concern me, I see still happening. Okay, not as it was when he first got in, but I still see it like, hey man, like come on, Trey, like shoot, you know what I mean? Like he's a strong, brutal guy that loves playing football, and he's very physical. I love everything about him, man. He's an enforcer, gets the job done. But at times, I'm like, man, okay, and he's not having a bad year, right? Like you said, he's not having a bad year. But like you said, there's things I like, man, it's right here, man. It's better at this. So that's it.
Yeah, you expect a bigger leap in this year before the contract year, before he gets his new deal, wherever that may be, whether it's here or elsewhere.
Somebody gonna pay him, and the Chiefs may pay him too. I wouldn't be opposed to paying him. I mean, he's a good guard. He does a good job.
I will say this though, and this is obviously we'll get into the offseason talk when offseason happens, but how well we've been able to find, and people can say whatever they want about the tackle situation, but how well they've been able to find guards over the last few years. Allegretti filling in admirably, Caliendo filling in admirably.
Yes,
it does tell you that they can maybe find a guard more easy than maybe they haven't found a left tackle, but they can maybe find a guard, like a Caliendo type, an Allegretti kind of type of guy. Wiley played all over the line as well. I will say if it is big money, and obviously we can't pay, like we always say, can't pay everybody. If it is big money that's going to want, we've seen our offensive line find guys to play guard at the biggest moments, like the Allegrettis of the world, who ended up getting paid.
Well, you see where we go get in the draft, right? We always get guards and centers. And so I think when you have those type of guys who are very talented, okay, could possibly play different positions. So, man, that's what you really want. You find guys like that. Caliendo, don't want to miss him. Nighthearted, you're right. Caliendo did a masterful job, man. He's been an absolute incredible player since he's came in. I love everything about his game. You know what? I didn't know if Mike was going to. It seemed like this preseason when I was watching him, he was just kind of like, hey, it's okay. Back up. But he came in and showed, man, he's a starter. He's a starter in NFL, man. And it's going to be the same thing. Like if the Chiefs don't keep him to play him, somebody's going to pay this man, and they should. He's a start guard in NFL.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing how the Chiefs can showcase guys like him, Allegretti, Wiley, and they end up going elsewhere and they end up getting paid big money. So, good for these guys.
Hey, man, he didn't know. He didn't know he was going to be that guy, right? Yeah. If next man up, you got to be that dude. You get an opportunity, you got to show what you can do. That's the business. And it's the business. You want to be employed for a number of years? When you have opportunity, show what you can do. He's done a masterful job of it.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.